Inconsequential. What's going on? How you doing? How you
What is
feeling?
up?
It is a wonderful, beautiful Wednesday morning here in the sunny Long Island. No, it's really not. It's like dark and dismal outside, and
Yeah. No,
it's
it's
not
not.
Florida.
No, it's definitely sunny. It's definitely sunny out right now. I could see it peeking through our one window in the studio.
So it's dark and dismal in the studio,
Yeah.
and it's not so bad. Listen, I just came back from Florida, and boy, are my arms tired. It just was not. That was a bad joke. Anyway, so it's really funny because I was doing last week. I was trying to do it outside,
Yeah.
and all you heard was like the pool in the background, like.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as bad as the last time we did a remote. The last time we had to do a remote, it was absolutely. It was dog water. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
But this one was decent, right?
Yeah.
was
No, this
good.
one was fine.
And we had a good time. It was a good
did.
showing. So
Yep.
hopefully a whole bunch of people will come and join us this morning.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out what the sweet spot is for the day because 2 p.m. seems to be a little bit difficult for some people. But what do you call it? When we did it at the time this past week, it seemed like a lot more
Yeah.
people
I
like
yeah.
that
I
time.
think we need to. If we're gonna do it in the mornings, we need to wind up figuring out how to. I mean, now we had new equipment in the studio, so it
Yeah.
took us a couple extra minutes. But we just try and start it at 10. That might be a good. That might be a good time. We'll see.
Yeah. People are already at work not doing anything.
Yeah, people already at work not doing anything. Or I think the only other times that we could try, and guys, please, if you're watching, hop in the comments and let us know. If you're watching on the replay, let us know. Is I think the best times are either in the morning at like 10 or lunchtime around 12.
Okay.
I think those are the two best times to maybe give it a try. And you guys can let us know. Christopher, thank you so much. You guys rock. I can catch the show later. Vote for Robin. Okay. So but you think Robin's inconsequential? Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Joseph, thank you for the share. Much appreciated. Because like I say, all the time, guys, please hop in the chat, share the stream, like the stream, hit the like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons on the channel on YouTube if you're watching over on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you're watching on Facebook. We're just gonna stream everywhere until somebody tells us we can't anymore.
It's also what do you call it? It is 3 hours behind in Pacific time. So we got people that are coming in that are in the California
That's true.
area and other areas.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's so weird because I think the 2 o'clock time slot is like we're hitting certain people right at their lunch or I don't even know.
I don't know.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
I don't know. I just know that that we're here now. Joseph says Robin even being on this show is just wrong. Is it though?
Is it?
Is it though? So guys, just let us know who do you want us to start with. I guess we'll start there. Should we start with Kato or should we start with Robin? I'm gonna wholeheartedly admit my experience with Kato only stems from the movie that Seth Rogen did, the Green Hornet. I do not know much about the Green. That's my Kato. That's the only form of Kato I know is the Green Hornet movie that came out probably like 10 or 12 years ago now.
Yeah.
So
Can you make me a little bit louder in my ears by any chance? I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. We had a little technical difficulties because we have new stuff in the studio, so we apologize. Just getting everything in order.
is this the? Oh yeah, that was actually something that that Ira from Circling the Drain. If you guys don't know what that is, Circling the Drain. Check out their Facebook page, Circling the Drain podcast. And the Drain, they have good content. He said which Robin.
Well, that's the tough thing. We're gonna have to do Robin as a whole. So we're gonna have to utilize Robins of all time, just Robin, not the Red Hood or any of that other garbage. We're talking about Robin specifically, little green trunked Robin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Kato in the male situation, original Kato, not the female Kato, not.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the comic book and movie Kato, male original. That's it.
Kim
you know what I
Hammonds, thank you for the like, much appreciated. All that does help. So, Joseph says I enjoyed that Green Hornet movie way more than I should. I agree. I think that movie obviously wasn't amazing. I don't know if there's an amazing Seth Rogen movie out there.
It was
but
funny.
It was good. No, but it was funny.
It was
I
funny.
enjoy. Look, that may have sounded like a dig, but I very much enjoy Seth Rogen in
Right.
all of his in most of his movies. This is the End is amazing. But who do you guys
That's
think
a
we
good
should
movie.
start as? Should we start with? Well, it looks like Kato's being talked about first. Kato has a case if we include COD Robin. So I guess we'll start with Kato.
COD Robin? What's COD Robin?
Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, Chris O'Donnell Robin.
Yeah. Is that the one from? Is that the one from the George Clooney Batman?
I think so.
That's who that is, right?
Yeah,
He's
I
the
think
guy that's
so.
on NCIS now.
Yeah,
with
he
LL
was
Cool
in a
J?
couple of Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
he
he
was.
was
No,
in
he
like.
was. He was. Wasn't he in the one with? Wasn't he in the one with Val Kilmer? Wasn't there a
think
Robin
so.
in there?
I think
I don't
so.
remember.
I know
think,
he was in
yeah, it
more
was
than
Batman Forever.
Yeah, but I think he was in more than just that. I think he was in a couple of them
Yeah.
as Robin.
Yeah.
So, all right, if you want to start with Kato, first and foremost, now, again, I'm not super fighting for either one of these characters, but at the end of the day, Kato, in the grand scheme of things, Kato is the brains behind the entire operation
Yeah.
of him and the Green Hornet.
Yeah.
So the fact of the matter is if you plucked Kato out, the Green Hornet is absolutely nothing.
And I think that's really kind of the main point of the argument is just
Right.
that like the Green Hornet is like he's like the face, and Kato is everything else.
Everything
You know what I
else.
mean? Like I don't.
Bruce Lee
like-
played the original Kato, I believe.
I believe like the Green Hornet is the giant head from Oz. And then Kato is the guy behind the curtain that's running Oz. Like
I like that.
the wizard. You know what I mean? Like that's how that works. Like you just
Yeah.
you give all the credit to the Green Hornet because he's the guy that looks like this. You know, he's the guy that looks like the superhero and all that
Right.
stuff. Kato just looks like the sidekick. But without him, the Green Hornet is
Nothing.
Is literally nothing.
Kato's the one who works on all the cars in the garage. What do you call it? He's the one who is the fighter. He's the one that is literally the creator and the inventor and does pretty much everything for the duo. I
Yeah.
mean, he could do it on his own, but, the Green Hornet is the one who, I guess, has the money and pays him and, But anyway.
He's like if I feel like he's almost like Alfred or Lucius Fox put together for Batman, but he
Right.
goes out and actually fights alongside him. You know what
like
I mean?
Robin.
Like
Kato is 3 of the Batman characters wrapped into one.
that's what I mean. Like Robin, but the only problem is we'll get to it later. Like the question you have to ask is if you plucked Robin out, does Batman still have a story? We'll get there.
And
We're
we're gonna get there.
We're still way too early for that. But I don't know. Like again, I didn't read a lot of the Green Hornet. I didn't read any of the Green Hornet comic books. The most I know of the Green Hornet is the Seth Rogen movie. Don't even remember who played Kato, but that is my Green Hornet. That's the one that I know. And even from that movie, you understand that without Kato, the Green Hornet wasn't going to do anything. Because like, look, could any of you really picture Seth Rogen being a monumental big-time superhero? No, he obviously needed help.
Right.
Kato was that help. Without him, the Green Hornet is nonsense. He's an absolute. He's a joke.
And now here's the thing. Now the reason why this matchup is a fair matchup. One, they both have longevity, okay? Because the Green Hornet has been around for a long time, as has Batman and Robin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Two, there were original iterations of this on television and everything, and the same thing with Batman and Robin. And even though and Kato has, I believe, in my opinion, has more importance to the Green Hornet storyline and so forth than Robin does in Batman. However, Robin is more of the iconic character that has been there and has done more over the course of time.
Yeah,
That's where we're gonna have a little bit of a
Well, but we're not. But we've had this. I mean, this comes up literally every week and every couple of weeks that it's not necessarily iconic because Robin is definitely an iconic character, and I would obviously it's not even an argument that
Right.
Batman and Robin or Batman even himself is more memorable. He's more well known. He's more a mainstay in pop culture than the Green Hornet.
Oh, the Green Hornet, sure.
That's what I mean. Like the Green Hornet and their stories
Sure.
are like dwarfed by Batman and Robin and their stories. You know what I mean?
I can
But
give you that.
that doesn't mean and I'm not trying to tip my hand as to where I'm going. I'm just saying that, but that doesn't also necessarily mean that Robin is all that important. You know what I mean? Just because Batman and Robin is more well known than the Green Hornet and Kato
Right.
doesn't take away from the fact that without Kato, the Green Hornet is nothing. He's
Right.
not even a superhero. He's a guy that runs around in a mask and a cape, and and that's all he is. He's
Right.
a Halloween costume.
Right, I agree. I mean, and then again, with Robin, just because he's iconic doesn't mean anything. Yes, I agree. However,
We're not slandering your boy Robin yet, Joseph. Yet is the key word.
Here's the thing with Robin, and I know we're gonna go. This is like a back and forth thing, regardless. So with Robin, the fact of the matter is that there is Batman without Robin, but there is also Robin without Batman. There's also Batman and Robin together. So if you pluck Robin out of Batman and Robin, yeah, there's still Batman. But, there's also that Batman and Robin aspect that he's in the title. Does that make sense?
I get that, but what I mean
I'm not like, in terms of
under-
Robin, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying I'm throwing a bone that way in terms of like, well, he is consequential to a certain extent because he stands on his own. Hell, without him, there's no Teen Titans. You see
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's true. That's well.
So we've got to kind of incorporate a little bit
Yeah.
of everything, which is why
Yeah.
this one is a little more complicated than most of others.
Yeah, you're right. Because I, honest to God, didn't even. I honestly didn't even think about Teen Titans. To be honest with you.
And there's many iterations of Teen Titans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Many iterations.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he is the leader.
He is the leader, but
He's Nightwing. He's Red Hood. He's he's all these things.
Yes, no. Robin does have more roles than simply just Robin. But you see, but are we talking about? But do we get to do that? Does it morph into Nightwing because we're using Robin?
No.
We're using
No.
the blanket statement of Robin.
Just
it's
Robin.
Like Tim Drake. We're using
Just
Damian
Robin.
Wayne. We're doing oh my God. Who was the first one?
I'm blanking. I don't know. Anybody who knows the
Dick
first
Grayson.
Robin.
Thank you. Dick Grayson. Like, we're doing all of the Robins as a whole, like just Robin as a character, like not any of the other ones, like Nightwing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Hey man, look, I had his underoos, so
Thank
you know what I
Joseph.
mean. Like,
I appreciate that. So I think we're at a point.
I'm okay with it.
We're at a point where we can on it. You can't right now. You can't say to. So just to wrap up Kato, because I guess we do have to move on, so we can inevitably get to Robin and then pit them both against each other. You can't say Kato right now is inconsequential to the Green Hornet story, because without Kato, the Green Hornet is not even a superhero. He does not exist. He literally does not exist without Kato's help.
Right.
So,
agreed, 100%.
Now,
which at a grand, when you're sitting and staring at it, it's like, all right, well, it's the freaking sidekick.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you learn more, you know more about the story. You know what I mean? Even forget about the comic. Just you go off the
Yeah.
movie itself.
Yeah.
You can tell. All right, well, this guy is the one who runs the show.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, as far as Robin goes, so now I think in the grand scheme of things in the Batman universe,
Yeah.
I don't think Robin is all that consequential, because I think you have you have plenty of while you do have plenty of stories of Batman and Robin, you have plenty of stories of Robin on his own. Teen Titans is a thing, I get that.
Yeah.
In the Batman universe, I feel like you have more stories of Batman on his own and Batman surviving on his own and being like Batman.
He's a loner, Dottie, a rebel.
Batman is still a superhero. Batman is still a hero. He's
Right.
he's still a superhero. He's still saving Gotham
Okay.
without Robin. He doesn't need Robin
He doesn't.
to be who he is and to be the hero to be the hero for Gotham. Hell, I'm pretty sure. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Christian Bale, good, bad, or indifferent, however you feel about him as Batman, said no Robin. He said when they were doing these movies, he's like, no, we're not doing a Robin here. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't stand Christian Bale, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
there's a lot of people that can't.
I hated almost every one of those freaking Batman movies.
The movie.
Like, come on, man.
The movies can be great. It's still getting past the Batman voice. Like,
Right.
He looked good in the Batman suit. The voice was terrible.
Awful.
But the movies were still good. The Dark Knight's a great movie.
Yeah. So here's now. All right, I had a thought and then I was The whole thing with Robin is as ridiculous of a character he is. Of course, Burt Ward is certainly not. What do you call it? Oh my God, I can't believe I just blanked out. Thank you. Give me his name. What do you
Dick
call
Grayson,
it? No.
Tim Drake, Damian Wayne. I don't know.
No, Batman, the original Batman. My
Adam
friend
West?
Adam West. Thank you. I just totally blanked out on Adam. I'm sorry, Adam. Don't hit me with anything. What do you call it? But Burt Ward is certainly not Adam West. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that I think that him running around in a little Speedo kind of brought the whole show down originally back when that had first come out. Now here's the thing. When you say, well, Batman doesn't need Robin, I do agree with you almost 100% on it, but there's a slight little nibble in there that hits me in the back of my neck and says, at the end of the day, what do you call it? Robin is the one who shows Batman some compassion. He's the one that helps him with teamwork and not completely go dark. Because Batman Dark is a completely different character than Batman when he has a Robin with him.
I agree.
Would you agree with me on that?
I would agree with you on that, but I also think that
My brain.
a more consequential person to the Batman character is Alfred. I think Alfred's more important because Alfred is the sounding board and the voice of reason within the Batcave when Bruce Wayne is is stressed out or losing his mind, Alfred's there to give him his wisdom, his like almost fatherly like wisdom, because obviously we know that when Batman's family gets murdered,
Right.
it's Alfred essentially that's taking care of him. Like Alfred is his Jiminy Cricket almost, if you would say that. He's his guy on the inside, is his guy in the Batcave that's taking care of everything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
But Alfred also dies eventually. You know what I mean?
that's true. He does die.
And he doesn't
Robin
have Alfred.
dies.
I know.
A death in the family.
Yeah, that was awful. That was awful, and that sold so much. By the way,
The covers of the books are pretty rough.
I had like a whole ton of those, and obviously when everything happened at my mother's house, I lost pretty much all.
Like,
of them.
look, I understand that
But yeah.
Robin is. I do get that Robin is like he does have his importance and his need for to be in the Batman universe. It's just that I feel like if you did pluck him out, like Robin never existed, you would still be able to have Batman. You would still be able to have this Batman that we all know today.
Joseph says, "Yes, Brim, nailing it." And then he also says, "The first Robin doesn't die, though. Only second Jason Todd."
Yeah, Jason Todd does.
Jason
Yeah, no.
said-
The first one becomes Dick Grayson's the one that becomes Nightwing.
Right.
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 That's the one that becomes Nightwing. I'm
pretty sure.
I'm like 99.9% sure that that's who became Nightwing.
Right.
Who is a very cool character. I don't know. Again,
I don't even hate Robin and his little trunks and
No,
everything.
I don't.
But the thing here is that
Is there another now? Is there somebody that I'm not thinking of that takes a leadership role in Teen Titans
No.
besides Robin, or it's
Just
literally
Robin.
just Robin?
just Robin. So Robin, in the grand scheme of things, is important. So maybe you plucked Robin out of Batman, but you put him into Teen Titans. But Teen Titans works with Batman, right?
Yes, I agree.
You see what I mean? Listen, I'm not trying to defend Robin. I'm more for Kato. But
No,
at the end of the day,
no.
I'm not going to throw him under the bus.
Well, you
because,
can't. Well, no, you can't
because
because
there are certain things about Robin
It's a
that, you know.
it's a debate show, so I don't think I don't know. I think Teen Titans is more of an argument for Robin than being Batman's sidekick, because without Robin, you're right. Because without Robin, you don't have that angsty. Because I always felt like watching the Teen Titans cartoons, because that was my Teen Titans, the original Teen Titans cartoons, not the garbage Teen Titans Go.
I love Go. I'm sorry.
Well, because you have a child. You like Teen Titans Go because you have a child.
It's funny.
But I always got the vibe from Teen Titans that Robin was being the leader of Teen Titans and trying to
Emulate Batman?
emulate Batman, or trying to show that he was strong enough to be Batman-like, like that he was strong enough to be, and even different in a sense of he was able to, where Batman is a guy that for the most part works by himself.
Right.
Robin was able to be courageous, strong, and lead people, work
Right.
as a team rather than be like, so maybe almost trying to one-up Batman, being like, look, I can do this just as effective as you are, but I can do this with a team.
Right.
You know, so I get that. Without him, you don't have that. You have a group of heroes that are leaderless, and I don't think from Teen Titans, the Teen Titans that I know is Robin, Cyborg, Raven, Beast Boy, and Starfire.
Starfire, right.
I don't think any one of those, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire, I don't think any one of those is strong enough to be a leader.
No.
Robin
no,
is,
neither of
though.
them. Robin is the leader because Robin worked with Batman. So
Yeah.
Robin did need Batman. Did Batman need Robin? I think he did.
No, I don't think Batman needed Robin. Robin needed Batman.
Now follow me on this. And again, I'm not fighting for Robin in general. I'm fighting in general, just for the sake of the debate.
Yeah.
But in one of the movies, it was all about, him having a partner and needing a partner. And it turns out that he did need the partner, that he couldn't do it all by himself.
Yeah, but I agree.
That was like the plot line of one of the movies.
for one of the movies.
The one with Chris O'Donnell with everybody.
Yeah.
Can't stand, but it is what it is.
I hated Teen Titans Go when it started, but it has become a really good parody / satire in later seasons. I get that. I just am not a fan. I loved the original, and I can't get into Teen Titans Go. I understand that people like it and people enjoy it for reasons. I just can't stand it.
Huge show.
No, yeah, I get that. I know. I watch people on TikTok all the time talk about how everybody just hates on Teen Titans Go because they can't get over the fact of how good the original one was, and they get all nostalgia filled and stuff.
It's
I get
all
it.
the same cast too.
Yeah,
It's
it
all the
is.
same cast.
No,
I
it
mean,
is.
We've
It
got
is.
friends on the show. We got Greg Sipes, Kyrie Payton.
Yeah.
We know them. So like it's not it's nothing personal. He just loves the other show.
Yeah, I just love the. Well, it's because it's the one I grew up with as a kid. So, like, I guess that's what kind of makes it difficult. But you see, this is where I kind of. like you have stories in which Robin doesn't exist,
Right.
and those universes are fine. Like you have stories where Robin doesn't exist and Batman is fine. Sure, you don't have worlds in the Teen Titans without Robin and they're fine. You physically do not have a situation where Green Hornet exists without Kato.
But you have Kato without Green Hornet. Kato had his own books.
Well, then that would make Kato super consequential, then,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
but Robin has his own books too. You see what I'm saying? That's where it comes down to. It's very, very, very particular. Both of them, in the grand scheme of things, you're like, screw these guys, they're side characters. But they're both important in their own right.
But then
it's just a matter of who is more important.
But then what are we basing? But then you lose me, because then what are we basing his consequentiality in? You know what I mean? Like I'm basing it on his interaction within all of their respective universes. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If we're like,
I'm with you. Again, I don't want to downplay Robin.
I'm not.
I also don't want to downplay Kato, but Robin again is the more popular character than Kato in general. Kato might have had his own book, but Robin's got the Teen Titans. Robin also is now multiple characters with the Red Hood and the Nightwing, even if they're different people. So Robin is still a mainstay in the overall universe and in a large way. You know what I mean? Kato is not. Now, are we basing this argument off of the popularity? I don't know.
So then maybe
you follow me on that.
So then maybe this flips a little bit, and you see my problem with my problem ultimately is like I want to say Robin is more consequential than Kato, because now, like, after thinking about it and fleshing it out, Robin has a bigger role within
the DC
universe than Kato does, because Robin is Batman's sidekick. Obviously, we were just saying before that doesn't necessarily make him consequential, because Batman can be Batman without Robin.
Right.
You said Robin has his own books. I get that. Robin is the leader of the Teen Titans. If you plucked him out, but you see, I feel like
if you pluck him out, there's no Teen Titans. You pluck him out, there's no Red Hood. If you pluck him out, there's no Nightwing. No, but I'm talking about, we're not using Nightwing and so forth as part of the argument, except for the fact that if there was no Robin, you lose all of these other things.
Yeah, and then if you just lose Kato,
if you lose Kato, then there's nothing.
Then that's right. Like
except there's also no Green Hornet.
There's no exactly. Kato doesn't exist, and then the Green Hornet doesn't exist, so that entire universe doesn't exist. So does that mean Kato is actually more important to his story? Because without Kato, an entire universe and world in a comic book series ceases to exist.
I think so. You see how complicated this is? This is this is probably the best debate that we've had, because
it's not because I'm debating with myself. I mean, like, we're debating with ourselves, because it's like,
how do you figure this out? Like,
because again, but like we just said, if you plucked out Robin, Teen Titans doesn't exist, so that universe of a comic book
is gone.
Is absolutely gone.
But if you pluck him out of Batman, Batman still survives without
Batman's
Robin.
Still there. Yeah, Batman's still a character.
So do we say that, what do you call it? So do we say that, essentially is what is it Steven says, and the winner is Tom? I wasn't fighting for either of them. There was no winner in this one. We were fighting for, I guess, both of them.
Guys, help us, jump in the chat. Let us know what you think. I'm leaning more towards Kato being more consequential, because I think there is enough of a DC universe that it would survive if Robin didn't exist.
See, I think that's the case. Maybe we would have Teen Titans, but not with Robin.
You're
as the
taking
leader.
out. I
don't know who would be the leader.
I wholeheartedly can agree that you're losing a lot of properties, and you are losing a lot of major story, and you are losing a lot taking out Robin. I don't want to shortchange that by any means. But you are losing an entire franchise. Like, if you take out Kato, no matter how small it is, like, the layman person that's watching this may look at this and go, who the hell is Kato? I've never heard of the Green Hornet.
Right.
I didn't know that green bees existed.
Right.
And not knowing that that's even a superhero.
Right.
But you're still eliminating, you're eliminating that whole...
the entire property.
That whole property, that universe, that whole thing goes away if Kato doesn't exist.
Right.
The DC universe, the Batman universe, still exists without Robin.
Yeah, it does. It
You
does.
know?
And Batman still exists without Robin.
Batman still exists
Batman
without Robin.
doesn't. Does Batman need Robin? No.
No.
Can Batman use Robin? Yes.
Yes. Well,
and that's been proven time and time again.
Yeah.
Is Batman completely destroyed when Robin dies in the comic book? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah,
where
that's
he
a storyline,
goes.
yeah.
That's where he goes dark, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But it's. Yeah,
I didn't read all the books, you know what I mean? So I can't remember, and you know.
Yeah, and I mean, like Robin winds up being a kind of sort of big character and the Batman Who Laughs is a pretty crazy comic book. Batman like gets infected with some like Joker serum and like becomes this like Joker Batman hybrid, and then
really,
and then like infects a bunch of people and makes these little like demon Robins. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah. Batman did hang it up after losing Jason, and if it wasn't for Tim, Robin number 3, he wouldn't have ever been Batman again. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, Joseph.
See? The plot thickens.
That is very fair, but there is still because obviously, comic book universes get rewritten all the freaking time.
But if you hold that, but if you plucked him out, Batman still would have stayed Batman. He just might not have hung up the boots. So technically, we might have lost Batman. If
Jason doesn't exist, if Jason didn't exist, we
would have lost Batman.
No, I'm saying if Jason didn't exist to die,
right?
You still have Batman.
You still have Batman.
You still have
right.
Batman.
That was where I was going.
Batman is still Batman. He just doesn't have to go through the loss, and he doesn't need Tim, to pull him out of it. You know what I mean?
He already had the loss, which was his parents.
Yeah.
Which we've seen 5 bazillion times in 5 bazillion different ways.
Yeah.
So, it's like, how many more times can we see this depressing act? But, at the end of the day, you still have Batman. Batman was made, and we needed Alfred. You need Alfred.
Without Alfred, Batman
doesn't
become the person that he is.
Right.
You know what I mean? So...
it's so tough. This is a tough one.
Well, it's very tough because a lot of people think of Robin as a joke sidekick character that's just a little kid running around in underwear hanging out with
Tom.
Exactly. People think of that corny character all the time, but he actually does. He holds some weight and is an important character to the DC universe. You know what I mean? But they're just. I think what happened. I think the problem with it is there's so many characters and there's so many. It's like It's like when we had the argument about Daffy Duck and Donald Duck.
Right.
I believe, if I remember correctly, Donald Duck wound up being more consequential because there were less characters that Disney has to use than Looney Tunes had to use.
Right.
I think the problem is in the Green Hornet universe, it is only Green Hornet. Green Hornet and Kato, that's it. To my knowledge, there is no expanded universe on the Green Hornet universe. Within Robin's universe, it's the DC universe. So there's a bazillion other superheroes that exist within this universe that pulling one out, like a Robin, like a sidekick like Robin, might not matter in the long run. But pulling out Kato from the Green Hornet universe eliminates the universe entirely.
Right.
And that's the Thanos snap. The Thanos snap in the Green Hornet universe is yoinking Kato out.
Yeah. We should base everything off the Thanos snap.
Yeah.
That's the new thing about truly. If you Thanos snap it,
we should contact somebody and get somebody to send us an Infinity Gauntlet.
That'd be great for the end of it, like this.
Yeah.
All right, they're gone. Anyways, all right. So where are we now? What are we saying? We have a couple minutes left. Like who is more inconsequential?
Yes. Just to reiterate again, everybody, anybody that you're going to put in this chat is who we are deeming inconsequential. Do not put in the chat who you think is more consequential than the other. This is the person that you're axing from the show or the comic book, movie, whatever. This is the person that you are cutting ties with, that you're throwing in the chat right
who
now.
do you guys think while Tom and I are sitting and debating over here and figuring it out?
I know who I'm going with.
I think I got to go with Kato on this. I'm with Robin. Robin is the inconsequential.
Unfortunately, that's who I have to say. I have to say Robin. I can't. I was a little surprised. I thought I was gonna
axe Kato.
I thought I was gonna axe Kato because I don't really care about the Green Hornet in the least bit.
Right.
But Joseph says Kato. So Kato. So one Kato. One from the audience is Kato.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a few people still in chat. So
yeah.
If you
so guys hop in. Let us
in,
know let us know what you think.
It'll be the
the deciding factor right now. It's 2-1. 2-1.
Yeah.
Robin. 2 Robin. 1 Kato.
Yeah.
I appreciate you helping out and fighting for Robin a little bit more, Joseph. That was very much appreciated.
I love Robin the character in
Yeah.
general. I mean, overall, I could get past the little fruity character. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because he does get
Like,
badass. Like, he does look
Yeah.
corny, and, like,
Because he looks corny.
Adam West show aside, he was corny. But he does get, like, cool, brooding badass, and he does pull in some of the traits from Batman as a character, so he does make him cool. But
Well, he needed Batman to do anything further. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's why Robin is so consequential with everything else. You know what I'm saying? If you said Teen Titans without Robin, I think, you can't have Teen Titans without Robin. Because Robin is a mini Batman.
one of your guys' best episodes, even though I love Robin. I appreciate that,
Thank
Joseph.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Everybody that's here, I really appreciate you sitting here and hanging with us today. We do have we are a little bit over time, so
I think Kato is the more consequential character. So Robin, unfortunately, we believe you
is
agree.
inconsequential. No,
Is
yeah,
truly inconsequential.
Robin is inconsequential.
That was a tough one.
That was a tough one. If there was more, it's crazy that the problem with Robin is the volume of things that exist in the DC universe.
Crazy.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, the more properties that existed within DC is the thing that wound up killing Robin, because again, there's the Green Hornet universe is Green Hornet and Kato, and that's, unless I'm wrong. If somebody's here can tell me that I'm wrong in the chat, feel free. If you're watching on the replay on YouTube or Facebook, jump in the comments. Let us know what you think. If we got anything wrong factually, let us know.
Yeah.
I got no problem with that. Give us who you think is more consequential in the comments. We will take a look at them. And see if that changes, if that sways things a little bit. But as of this recording, Robin is now in the inconsequential category.
Wow, crazy. I honestly didn't know if that was gonna happen.
Neither did I, because I honestly, I don't know Kato more other than the
facts.
other than the Green Hornet movie that came out a while ago. So
when you dissect it, I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Yep.
I mean, he's the one that created the formula, the knockout formula, this, that. I mean, Kato was the brains.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do you call it? That's about all the time we have, guys. Thank you so much for hanging with us. As Greer always says.
Rate, review, subscribe. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Hit the follow button on the Facebook channel. If you could, hop in the comments. Please, all the interaction. Leave a like. All the interaction helps push us through the algorithm, and more people could come join these debates. And the more people that are here, the more fun it is.
And share. Feel free to share.
Yes, share. I can't believe
sharing
share.
is caring.
Yes, all the shares in the world. I want to thank Kim Hammonds for liking the stream. Joseph, you're the man. Thank you for liking the stream. And
Steven for dropping in.
Steven, thank you so much. Rabinowitz, you're the man. Thank you so much.
We missed all our regulars today.
Yeah, I know. Jose didn't come in here and yell at me again today. So
he would have liked this debate.
Probably.
He would have liked this debate.
Probably.
What do you call it? Anyway, guys, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. As always, what do you call it? Make sure to catch the Grindhouse Radio this Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Our special guest, the legendary Bobby Collins. It's going to be awesome, amazing, fantastic. And we'll see you guys on the flip side next week.
Later.